At the end of this season, 7-time NASCAR champion Jimmie Johnson will retire from a full-time Cup Series seat, and the next quest on the horizon is IndyCar. Since growing up in California and witnessing races at Long Beach, Johnson has dreamed of racing in America's top single-seater category, even though he started his career in off-road pickups and went straight into NASCAR without any extensive open-wheel racing experience. With his NASCAR career winding down, Johnson decided a test was the next step in what could either be a significant IndyCar road course program or at least a few races in 2021. He initially ruled out ovals, but has now hinted they could be back on the table. However, a dream entry into the Indianapolis 500 would require a hall pass from his wife Chandy, Johnson confirmed, crediting IndyCar's newly introduced aeroscreen and the protection it provides for perking up his interest in an oval outing again. Johnson's initial test was supposed to come with Arrow McLaren SP, following on from his NASCAR F1 ride swap with Fernando Alonso McLaren in 2018. But the test with Arrow McLaren SP IndyCar, set for Barber Motorsports Park in April, was cancelled due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. Instead, Johnson made the shock announcement he would test with Chip Ganassi Racing, the team which won the first 4 IndyCar races of the season. 3 of those victories came with Johnson's good friend and 5-time series champion Scott Dixon. A lifelong Chevrolet driver, the move to test a Honda-powered car shocked many, but Johnson explained that all involved had been helpful in making the test happen, including with the blessing of Chevrolet. The outing was complicated further when the July test was delayed due to Johnson contracting the coronavirus, causing another prolonged wait to get into the IndyCar cockpit once more, although he missed just one NASCAR race and tested negative for the virus twice, just days after he had tested positive. While Johnson is obviously in high demand for his talent in the car and the huge PR and sponsorship opportunity he provides out of it, make no mistake, he won't make the move unless he is competitive. He said as much in the pre-test build-up, claiming that if he was 4 seconds off the pace, that would be a good indicator that this move was not right for him. He has no interest in a twilight drive into the sunset, and frankly, he's made enough money and achieved enough success that he doesn't need to do that. So, his test at Indianapolis on July 28th wasn't just a tryout for Ganassi, it was a tryout for Johnson, and he impressed the team enormously. Netting over 120 laps on the Indianapolis road course over the course of the day, Johnson worked with Dixon and the team to get only his second ever outing in a top-line single-seater following the McLaren F1 test in Bahrain. Dixon said Johnson did a terrific job.
He did a fantastic job. You know, I think the hardest part is too, right, is knowing baselines, and when you don't have a teammate running with you during the day, you don't know really where you stand. But the biggest thing for me was when we started going through the data and even through video, how he was able to replicate, say, Jimmy, do this or that, he would be able to just do it, which is really difficult to do and comprehend, and especially when it's not your comfort zone. So, honestly, he did a tremendous job. Times are tough to read just because of track conditions and obviously the heat that we're in today and, the tire situation and things like that. So, ultimately he did a mega job.
And Ganassi's managing director Mike Hull confirmed he was in the performance ballpark. Hull also admitted the team was interested in signing Johnson for next year. That doesn't sound like a driver 4 seconds off the pace now, does it?
Today was a really special day. I'm thankful to Chip Ganassi Racing and Mike Hull, Scott Dixon, everybody involved that really helped this come together and to give me an experience in an IndyCar today. I grew up wanting to be an IndyCar racer. Grew up in Southern California, going to Long Beach Grand Prix and watching races there, and always wanted to be on the inside of the fence in one of these cars. So today really was kind of, fulfilling a childhood dream to be in an IndyCar ripping around, and I had a blast doing it. Yeah, that's what made today so fun, is everything, all the aggression you try to remove to be successful in a Cup car, you can apply in an IndyCar. And you really do get rewarded for aggression and commitment. Then finding that limit and trying to figure out how to operate right there on that edge was what I spent the most of the day trying to figure out. The amount of time that you have to respond to the car getting out of control is so much smaller. One of these, I ended up spinning out twice just trying to find the edge. But as the day went on, I was really able to identify with those early cues from the car and what was taking place.
Now Johnson has to decide if his pace was as good as it was made out to be, and does he want to trial another team first? With Ganassi's success and Dixon as team leader, it's hard to see why he wouldn't want to sign on the dotted line with them. But his good friend Zach Brown is still keen to get Johnson out in the Arrow McLaren SP car, and others will likely be desperate to persuade him to try out with them. Whoever he tests with, if Johnson does sign up for races next year, it means he believes he is going to be competitive, and if a 7-time champion commits to that, his progression is going to be a fascinating tale to watch. Should Johnson make the IndyCar switch, and will he be competitive? Drop us a line in the comments and make sure you subscribe to the race's YouTube channel.